In this What's for Dinner video, the first meal is a white chicken chili, and you're gonna need chicken breast, cream cheese, ranch seasoning, some cumin, chili powder, and onion powder, diced tomatoes with green chilies, black beans, and corn. Basically, you just throw everything into the crock pot. And keep your juice in your corn. I drained it. That's not right. I added water back in later. But just throw everything in your crock pot. Put it on high for 4 hours and stir it up and shred your chicken later. And that's literally all you have to do. It's so easy. I will have this recipe as well as all the other recipes linked below so you can get exact measurements. I serve mine with tortilla chips, but you can eat it with crackers or Fritos or tortilla chips. I've had it with all, and it's great with all. It's just a great recipe, and it's super easy, which makes it even better. This recipe is creamy chicken enchiladas, and it does look like a lot of ingredients here, but I made this recipe super easy because I just threw everything as far as the filling goes into the crock pot when I was on my lunch break, and then when I got home at 5 o'clock it was all ready to be shredded up and put into tortillas and then thrown into the casserole dish and then into the oven, I think for like 15 or 20 more minutes, and then supper was done. So I didn't exactly follow the recipe. The recipe was not a crock pot meal. I just made it one, so you can too if you're crunched for time or just don't want to put in the effort like me. This cooked for about 4 hours and was every bit of done. I added my corn in last because I wasn't wanting it to get like overdone because I didn't know how baking it too would do, so I just added it in once everything else was done. I then lined a 9x13 casserole dish and just poured some of that green enchilada sauce in there, and then used tortilla shells. That's what those are. Jeez. And just put a little bit of filling until I got the right thickness, I guess would be, of the roll-ups, and then made all of them to cover the bottom of the casserole dish, and you will see that in a minute. once you have all your enchiladas rolled up, I just poured the rest of the green enchilada sauce on top. About half of it was under the rolls, and then half of it will go on top. I also sprinkled on some fresh cilantro. That is optional if you're not a fan, but I am, so. And I bought it, so I didn't want to waste it. But I read the recipe wrong or something when I was making my store list, and this is supposed to be pepper jack shredded cheese, and I got sliced cheese. But I kindly think I like this better because it just, I don't know, it may even be the same, but that's an option. You can use sliced cheese or shredded cheese. These were really tasty and easy to make, which is all the difference. The next meal I made was orange chicken and fried rice. I was craving Chinese this day, but I didn't want to go get a to-go plate because it always makes me feel like poo after I eat it. So I stopped by the grocery store, and I've always been jealous of all these YouTubers going to Trader Joe's and getting their orange chicken and fried rice. I don't have one near me. I think the nearest one's like 2 hours away. But anyway, I went to the grocery store and they ended up having those two brands, and so I thought I would try them. They ended up being really, really good. The store I got them at is a food giant. I don't know if they're like national or whatever, but like their store brand is best choice. So if you have a store like that, they may carry these brands. I'm not really sure, but this was very good and definitely hit the spot for when I was craving Chinese. The next meal is avocado toast. I'm sure this is pretty self-explanatory, but I thought I would put it in a video because I do eat it a lot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's amazing. It's probably one of my favorite meals, especially for breakfast. I would eat it every day. The only reason I don't is because I run out of avocados too fast, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Like I said, put the toast, cut the avocado. I cut my avocado like this and then like kindly squeeze it onto the bread, and it all comes out in cubes. You'll see me do that, but and then I just topped it with the not the original everything but the bagel seasoning, but the one from Walmart, and it is delicious. This avocado was a little bit under ready, and so I was having trouble spreading it out on the bread. It still tasted good, but that's why I was struggling here. The last meal was kind of a spur of the moment thing. I bought all this stuff because I wanted to make it, and then I kept putting it off until I needed to fix it because the stuff was going to go bad. But I was putting it off because I knew some extra effort would have to be put into this meal, and that is not an understatement. Spaghetti squash is hard to make. I don't know that I'll make it again. I wouldn't say I'll never eat it again if someone else makes it, but like I really struggled with this, and maybe I didn't do it all right, but like I had to use some muscle. And to me, I mean, it tasted good and everything, but I really just wanted to test it out because my boyfriend loves spaghetti, and I thought it may be a, healthier option than pasta. And it is, but it's more like a crunchy texture, and maybe it's not supposed to be. Like I said, maybe I did that wrong. But I mean, it was good and I ate it, but just for the effort, I'm like, gosh, I don't think I'll do this again. But anyway, I just prepared it like all the recipes say, and I ended up mixing the spaghetti squash with a thing of cream cheese and some spinach, and it was really good. If anyone wants to try that, it was good. And then I diced up some butternut squash and then have some sweet potatoes. Thank you to everyone for watching, and if you're new here, please subscribe. I'm a growing channel, and I would really appreciate new viewers here. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.